Sri Matre Namaha, Sri Rama Raksha, Sarva Jagat Raksha. Before getting into the topic, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel so you motivate us in bringing out the sacred content to you all. Today, I am going to talk about the third Mahavidya, who is SHODASHI MAHAVIDYA. So, before you listen to the SHODASHI MAHAVIDYA, before I talk any further, I have already made videos on Mahakali Mahavidya and also Tara Mahavidya. If you missed out on listening to those, go listen to that because it will be very beneficial for you. So to understand the different ways of working of these wisdom goddesses. So I already told in my previous one, in the first Mahavidya part, where I told that different Mahavidyas carry different types of wisdoms. They are like wisdom goddesses, they are the wisdom teachers. So Mahavidya is the great knowledge they hold or they carry or they vibrate. That is the Mahavidya version of a particular kind of a goddess. We also have different types of goddesses, but why the Divine Mother took the forms of these Mahavidyas so that she can bestow us with that supreme knowledge, supreme wisdom of that particular section. Okay, so that's how we have different forms of Mahavidyas. Now, Shodashi Mahavidya. Before I talk about the Shodashi Mahavidya is none other than Lalita Tripura Sundari. So, Lalita Tripura Sundari herself took so many different forms based on the different phases of a woman's life. How? I'll tell you now. So when a woman is born, first she'll enter a child version. At that point, at that period when she is in her child form, her mentality will be different. Like if you take a school going girl or if you take a 9-year-old kid, her mentality will be different. She is like very joyful, she is very playful, or you can also call it as inner child. Okay, our inner child, our own inner child, like that. So when I'll talk about, or when I discuss about more deeper concepts about the Bala Tripura Sundari and the inner child, how she is connected, I'll talk about the entire thing about in that video. So now I'm going to keep it limited only so that the video don't extend very longer. So now we have a different forms, different types of different different forms of Lalita Tripura Sundari based on the ages, based on, or I can't say like exactly like ages, but based on the different phases of the woman's life. So she indirectly represents the different phases of the woman's life. So why she is representing that is because our mind, our development of our mind, our mentality, like if a woman is suppose in her childhood version, her mentality will be different. Like she'll be behaving like Pala, she'll be like very joyful, very playful. She's very happy, she just want to play, she just want to enjoy, she just want to have fun. So this is like a Bala version, so is always happy. So this is Bala version of Lalita Tripura Sundari. So after the Bala version comes the Shodashi version. Shodashi version is like your younger self. Shodashi version is that younger, very like maiden goddess who is very young, youthful, who is very beautiful, very beautiful, who is very, she ain't in her teenagers and she's very much ready for relationships and all those things. So this is the Shodashi version. So Shodashi version of the form of the Lalita Tripura Sundari is the form of the Mahavidya Shodashi. So now the entire the wisdom of the Mahavidya Shodashi is like containing of the what all the teachings which Shodashi gives us, like it's like that. So now we have finished the Shodashi version. After the Shodashi version, then the girl grows up a little more and now she is like a in the Shodashi version, she is like a marriageable age. Now she's in the other next version, she is Tripura Sundari version, where she's like she's ready to get married and she'll be married. Now when a female is about to get married or when a female is already married, her developmental stages, her thinking, her consciousness, her understanding of the life, her way of functioning, her way of doing the things will be different. Okay, you yourself check for yourself if you are married and was the unmarried girls. Unmarried girls, they behave little bit differently than the married girls. Married girls, like they have the responsibility of so many other things. They have to take care about they have to take care of all the other people who are surrounding her also. So her way of beingness, her way of functioning will be different. So this married version will be Tripura Sundari, and then she'll have like her kids. Now she is a mother version who is like more like a Bhuvaneshwari version. So she will be mother version who is the Bhuvaneshwari version. After some some years passed by, she'll maintain a version where she's already like she have seen a lot of life, where a woman have seen a lot of life. She's very mature, she's very not in terms of like age, but I'm saying like you think it in terms of wisdom. Okay, now she's like a very wisdom, so much of mature version, so much of knowledge, so much of wisdom. She has seen everything, she has experienced everything. Now this experienced version, she who is the ultimate, who after this version there is nothing. It's like that the end version of a goddess, the end form of a goddess is like a Rajarajeshwari form or Mahatripura Sundari version, or we can say Rajarajeshwari. So Rajarajeshwari is the ultimate, she is the adiparashakti. There is nothing beyond her. So this is Shodashi Mahavidya, not only is included in the Mahavidya Krama, but also after we learn about all these Mahavidya and all these things, after somebody or somebody who in after lifetimes they know about the Mahavidyas, the next process for them will be Sri Vidya. So Sri Vidya will be like a place or I can say level. For the lack of words, I'm saying it as a level, but it's not like level or something like that. But because of the lack of words, I'm saying it just like a level. But don't take it seriously like oh, this is that level, this is this level. No, but for your lifetime, for your own understanding, I'm talking in this way. But it doesn't have to be like levels or something like that. Okay. So when you finish the entire Mahavidya, because the Shodashi Mahavidya is not only the third Mahavidya, but she is also the ultimate Adiparashakti. Adiparashakti, who is manifesting in different forms. You can think it like Rajarajeshwari, who is the Adiparashakti, who is manifesting in different versions. She is, she is descending into different forms and versions. So Adiparashakti, again, she is descending into Adishakti, and Adishakti is having the Mahavidya forms and all these things. And if you did not listen to my videos on Adiparashakti and Adishakti difference, and also the Lakshmi Tattva which I have made, you listen to that, because that will also help you in understanding the Shodashi or Lalitha Tripurasundari. I have made so many videos on Lalitha Tripurasundari. Like I have made videos on the difference between Adishakti and Adiparashakti. I have made video on the Lakshmi Tattva. I have made videos on how Lalita Sahasranama entered in my life. I have series of videos of that. If you are about to start Lalita Sahasranama, or if you want to know more about the Lalita Sahasranama, don't skip this series of videos, because each video in this series is very, very important before you further move into the Mahavidya Shodashi or Sri Vidya Krama or anything you want to know about the goddess Lalita Tripurasundari. You must first listen to all these things. You have to acquire a little amount of knowledge. You have to know proper basic things. Then only you have to step into something like this. Okay, so listen to all the things which I've told about the Lalita Sahasranam and how it entered my life, all those things. And also I made videos on Kasi Visalakshi, Madurai Meenakshi, and also Kanchi Kamakshi. So these three goddesses is also nothing but a manifestation of goddess Lalita Tripurasundari in different timelines for a different reason, for a different purpose. So I have made those three videos also if you are interested, and these are like more sattvic version of the same Shodashi Mahavidya. So Shodashi Mahavidya, who when she manifests herself for a different cause, for a different reason, in a different timeline, in a more gentler way, in a more sattvic way, then it is the Shodashi, it is the these forms will happen. So I've made videos on all these three forms. If you want to listen, if you are interested, you can listen to about all these three forms also, because those forms are also inclusions of the same Lalita Tripurasundari. So when you are about to enter into the realm of Lalita Tripurasundari, or when you are about to enter into the energy of Lalita Tripurasundari, you will come across all these things. So that's why I'm talking about suggesting you to listen about all these things, because all these things are very, very important. So one by one, the more you learn about goddess Lalita Tripurasundari, the more you will come across all these factors and all these attributes and all these Shakti spots or power spots and different manifestations, different forms of her. So anyway, you will come across all these things. So that's why whatever I came across or whatever I understood, I tried to share about all those things. So go listen to those videos. Okay. So now Lalita, now Shodashi Mahavidya, what she actually gives, she gives you the knowledge about Shri. So now Shri means, everybody thinks that Shri means Lakshmi. Yeah, that is correct. Shri means like money, abundance. All these things are correct. I'm not saying it is not wrong. Okay, it is correct. But what is actually the abundance? What is the inner meaning of the abundance? Abundance means what? All the good things in a plentiful version, in a more, how much ever you need, you have it. That is what is called as abundance or auspiciousness or sabhagya, or we call it as sabhagya, right? So auspiciousness, the goodness, all good things, okay, that is what is called as the teachings which are included in the Shodashi Mahavidya. So when this kind of a Mahavidya, the what Shodashi Mahavidya is teaching us, she is teaching us about the abundance around us. We sometimes forget that how many things we have around us, for which we should be grateful for. So sometimes we feel that we don't have that, we don't have this, we don't have that, so we like complain always. But nature always reminds us that how much we are blessed. We have to count our blessings, how much we are blessed with certain things. Yes, I agree that some people, like we sometimes we feel lack about some things, or we don't have like we don't have this thing and we don't have that thing. But Shodashi Mahavidya teaches you how to tap into that abundance consciousness. She reminds you that you are not lack of anything, because you are the divine child of that divine mother, who is herself abundant, who is herself beautiful, who is herself embodiment of that joy, that happiness, that richness, that royalty, that royal qualities, that queenness. Okay, you are yourself the mini version of that queen. So she reminds you of that, and she reminds you that you lack nothing, you are abundant, like just like your mother Shodashi Mahavidya. So she is our mother, she is our divine mother, who reminds us that you lack nothing, you have everything you need. You just have to on your divine vision or your divine light, to see the abundance around you, to see the prosperity around you, to act according to the ways through which you can attract that abundance of prosperity, or you can attract that contentment. The basic thing which you which we want to have is like, although we have so many things around us, the most important thing what we should have in our life is like that contentment, that fulfilledness, that satisfiedness. Okay, so sometimes if you want to have your favorite food, if you want to eat your favorite food, so I'll help you understand with this small example. So I'm giving you the example here. So you want to have your favorite food, you are accumulating money for it, you're trying very hard to earn money, to get ideas and to find ways how can you earn money, and then you'll get the money, then you'll have your order your favorite food, and you will have your favorite food. You will when you the moment you get the favorite food, after that all that hardship, after all that hard work, and finally you have your favorite food, and now you can eat that food, how happy you will feel. And then you will and before eating that favorite food, you have to go walk, or you have to like, or if you're cooking it yourself, you have to get the ingredients, and then you have to make your favorite food, your favorite dish, whatever it is. Then you are keeping it here on your dining table, and you're ready to serve that food, and you are ready to eat that food with your family members, and you are how happy and how nice you will feel after all that hard work. And then you eat that favorite food, and then how content you will feel, how satisfied you will feel, how fulfilled you will feel. So Shodashi Mahavidya is that fulfillment, that contentment. So somebody who gets like who enters the realm of Shodashi Mahavidya, or somebody who is like about to enter into the Mahavidya realm, or who is about to tap into that, who is about to open the door, who is about to get blessed by the Mahavidya, they will be like, most people will say that it is their last life, it is their last life. Why they will say that? Because whatever you need in this material realm, or whether it's spiritually or materially, or whatever it is, whatever you need for your own growth in this life, you will maybe you will move towards that, and finally at the end of the day you will be like, you have. And mostly not all the people will get there, because after lifetimes after lifetimes after lifetimes after lifetimes, you will reach here to that point where now you will get whatever you want. not, I am not talking about the in the terms of materialism. I'm talking about whatever your soul wants. It is about the Atma Vidya. It's not about, yeah, the material things and all those things. It is like a byproducts. It is like, yes, she will definitely give you all these things, but the core meaning, the internal meaning is that she is the Atma Vidya. She is the Vidya of Atma. She is the Vidya of the soul. So whenever you enter into this form of Mahavidya, or whenever you start to understand this Mahavidya, you will start to understand your own self, because she is you. You are her. You are not different, because you are that ansh of Adiparashakti. You are that small chutku mini version of Adiparashakti. You're everyone's Atma, everyone's soul, whoever you can listen to, or whoever you contacted with, or any soul who have incarnated in this earth, or above in the above realms, or in the higher realms, whoever it is, like gods or goddesses or human beings, or any organism you may take, all those organisms have the miniature version of that ultimate soul Paramatma Tattva within you. So that Paramatma Tattva is nothing but the Shodashi Mahavidya or Lalita Tripurasundari. So you are that Atma who came from that Paramatma. So whenever you enter this realm or this world of Sri Vidya or the Lalita Tripurasundari, that's why people will say that it's your last life, or you have like very few lifetimes, then you are done and dusted with it, and you will be merged with the Divine Mother or Adi Shakti. Why they say like that is because you are now trying to understand your own soul. Your own soul is nothing but the ultimate Adi Parashakti, who is the Lalita Tripurasundari. So now you are trying to understand her, means you are trying to understand yourself. So why a soul incarnates in a particular planet, or why a soul incarnates in different dimension, is because the soul wants to know itself. So when the soul is trying to understand itself, when the soul is very near to understanding itself, the soul knows itself, and the ultimate purpose of the birth of that soul is over. So why the soul has incarnated is because the soul wants to understand itself. And in one lifetime, a soul cannot understand itself. It takes many thousands of lifetimes to understand itself, for a soul to know itself. So you can be born on earth, or you can be born on other dimensions. It doesn't matter. You can be a star seed, you can be an angel, or you can be some mini god, or you can be some guardian angel or something like that, or you might be a human, or you might be an animal. It doesn't matter. No matter how many lifetimes you take, lifetime and after lifetime, you just get a point nearer to understanding yourself. Not completely, you don't completely understand yourself. So when you get to a one step closer to understanding yourself, lifetimes after lifetimes, and finally your soul has evolved so much that now you are actually understanding. First you will question yourself, who are you? Then you will think that, okay, you will just remove those layers, those muddy layers which you have. You will not reach to that soul level. So reaching to that soul level only will take so many lifetimes. After so many lifetimes, when you finally, little by little, when you move closer to reaching to that soul level, and when you start to question who are you, or when you have these kind of questions, that who are you, what is your purpose, why your soul have incarnated, when you want to know about your soul, when you have to know more about your soul wisdom, your soul knowledge, when you are moving more closer to your soul, layer by layer, bodies by bodies, because you have so many bodies, you have 7 layers of bodies, you have different koshas, you have so many other things. Okay, I'll talk about those things also in some other videos. So layer by layer, you're piercing all these layers, and you are moving closer and closer to your soul. And when you are moving closer and closer to your soul, you will somewhere meet this ultimate goddess, who is called as Adi Parashakti, who is called as Shodashi Mahavidya, or who is called as Lalita Tripurasundari. So knowing yourself is nothing but knowing Lalita Tripurasundari. It's one and the same. The more you know her, the more you will understand yourself, or the more you understand yourself, the more you will understand her. It's like that. So you are the miniature version of her only. Every soul who has incarnated, every organism, every living being is the miniature version, a small particle version of that same Paramatma, or that Adi Parashakti. So that is why she is called as Atma Vidya. That is why she is called as that is why many people say that this is the people when they know about Lalita Tripura Sundari, then it means it's their last lifetime. Why they say that is because of this entire story which I've told about just now. So that's what she teaches. She gives you that Atma Jnana. She gives you that knowledge about your own soul. And Sri Vidya, she is also called as Sri Vidya, as I told you before, that contentment, that you feel fulfilled, you feel satisfied, your soul will feel like, oh, I got what I need, like that. You will have some kind of a soul satisfaction. So all the things, material things, the money, the abundance, the luxury, the royalty, the leaderships, the everything which you can, the jewelry, jewels, diamonds, etc., etc., all these things are there. But all these things are like, okay, they are like the things which you get in the process. They are like the things which you get in the, suppose you are walking on a road, and one by one you are crossing some levels, one by one you are going through those tests also. Yes, you will have you will have like some serious tests also in this path. It's not that easy path, okay? So you will definitely have so many serious tests also. After you cross one test, then you will be moving forward to the other level. It's like that. So the more and more you move forward, the more and more you will understand about all the things. You will not only you will understand about luxury also. You will understand about it's not bad to know about the finances. It's not bad to have desires. It's not bad to have all the things which you want to have, okay? That's okay. That's a part and parcel of being a human. It's natural, and you have to have desires. Without desires, then why you're here, right? So it's okay to have desires, and you will feel that kick, you will feel that enjoyment, and you will feel that happiness when you have the desires and you get the desires, right? So Shodashi Mahavidya is, she doesn't boycott you from having the desires. So most people, spiritual teachers, they'll be like very strict, why you are having these desires, etc., 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 like that, right? So in olden days, some spiritual teachers will be like, you have to get rid of all the desires, then only you will have liberation, then only you will have moksha and all these things. But in the Shodashi's case, it's not like that. She'll allow you to have desires. She'll allow you to play in that world. She'll allow you to be in that maya and also be liberated. So she's like the goddess who will give the bhoga and also the moksha. So many times I've seen in the spiritual communities that people always think, they'll always talk about the either moksha, or they'll say that these god will have they'll give bhoga and moksha and all these things. Some gods, they'll specify that only this goddess will only give you bhoga and moksha, like that. But my view about that is different. So any god or goddess are capable of, and indeed anybody are capable of giving you both bhoga and moksha. Because whenever, if your desires are not fulfilled, and then if you have some unfinished business or unfulfilled desires, then you will come back again, okay? You will incarnate again to fulfill that desire. So only when you are, and it have to have happen naturally, that you should feel desireless. Otherwise you will incarnate again for some purpose or some desires. Purpose is also a kind of desire. You are incarnating for a certain reason, for a certain purpose, for a certain desire. So that certain reason or certain purpose is also a desire, that it is a desire that you want to incarnate for a specific reason. So that is also a desire. So when you don't even have that desire, when you don't even have any reason for your incarnation, then that will be your ultimate liberation or something like that. But reaching to that, everybody can't reach to that level, right? So even having the desires, even having the purpose is okay. So there are many beings who are enlightened beings. Even after their enlightenment, they will again have some kind of a purpose. Or for example, if there is an enlightened being, if there is a soul who have already finished their ascension journey, and then they have some purpose to help the humanity, so they will incarnate again. So that is also like a desire, right? They want to help the humanity. That is a desire. So Divine Mother will be like, okay, go and fulfill your desire, then you come back. So it's like that. So she will allow you to have your desires. She'll allow you to be who you are, and then she'll also allow you to transform yourself. So that is why this is the most popular Mahavidya, and that is why she's also like a very like a soft and approachable, because may think that she's adiparashakti means she's very not so approachable, like how in the 3D realms, like we somebody who is like a very VIP kind of a person, somebody who is PM or something like that, everybody can't approach PM, right? Only some people who are very very also VIPs, only those people can approach PM, like that. But she's so kind hearted, she's so nice, and she's so compassionate that she had made herself available to even to every being, okay, even to even to human beings. She is like a very ultimate adiparashakti. If she wants, she can be only with gods, okay, her knowledge can only be with gods, but she's so compassionate and she's so unconditionally loving. The most important teaching she will give you, Shodashi Mahavidya will give you, is unconditional love. So whenever you experience her vibration, whenever you experience her frequency, whenever you try to know her, I'm getting goosebumps. So whenever you try to know her, it's always like unconditional love. So she is the wisdom teacher who teaches you unconditional love. She'll teach you love. She'll be like she'll be like the greatest of the greatest mothers who you can ever imagine. She's like that. So she is so compassionate that she can keep herself to gods, right? She is like ultimate, she is the creator, she is the queen of the entire multiverse. If it's her way, she can only be with the royal people okay, so some VVIPs like that. But she has so much of love within her, she has so much of compassion within her, that she's even available to even the normal living beings, even to the human beings, even to our earth realm, okay. She had made it's her desire, it's her desire that she wanted to come, her energy wanted to come to the humanity, to the earth realm. So she made like a plot and a plan, and all the Vasinya, the Vagdevatas, they gave us LALITHA Sahasranamam and all the High she helped us he helped in getting the LALITHA Tripura knowledge, Shodashi Mahavidya's knowledge through the Agastya Muni into our realm. So many things happened, so much of plan happened behind the scenes, right? So behind the scenes, so many things happened. So why these things happened? Because she wanted to be available for us as a divine mother, as a Mahavidya, as a wisdom goddess, as an adiparashakti. So she's very very compassionate, that even if you pray to her like a Parvati, even if you don't know her, but she's still working with you, for you, and in you okay, she's like that. So many people, even if they don't know about anything about LALITHA Tripura, anything about Sri Vidya, or anything about let's say that there is some guy or some person in some normal village, and they just don't know anything about any gods or goddesses, they don't have any kind of a knowledge. But what they will do, they will just pray to one stone, okay. Even in that stone, she is there, because she's everything and everyone. I told you before, she is the Atma Vidya, she is the soul, she is the soul in every individual's body, she is that ultimate soul from whom we all came from. So whatever you see around you, and whatever you cannot see around you, whatever you can feel around you, whatever you cannot feel around you, so everything which is known and unknown, and whatever which even you are unable to understand, okay, all the things in the entire multiverse belongs to her. So she is everywhere, she is the ultimate, she is like even in the stone, she is whenever a consciousness rises, whenever a soul evolve, okay, they will try to know a little bit, like for example, you just maybe you just know her like a Parvati, she is a Shiva's wife, okay. After some time you will know that, okay, there is some goddess, okay, so there is some goddess like Durga Devi or like that, or so after some times, or there will be some tribal people, they'll just know her like a forest goddess, like that. Or there'll be some people who are like they don't even know anything about the god, but you might see in certain villages they'll just pray to some stones, okay, some nature aspect or some nature element, even she's that also, okay. After some more soul evolution takes place and soul evolution happens, and then you will know her as like she's Adi Shakti. Okay, after some more soul evolution take place, then you will know her as Adiparashakti, then you will know her as Mahavidyas, then you will know her as Shodashi, or then you will know as her like she is the ultimate, she is the Rajarajeshwari. So it's your soul evolution, but even in your soul evolution, she is the supporter. She is there everywhere. She is holding your hand in every version of your soul evolution. Be it you are praying to a stone, or be it you are praying to a nature aspect of her, be it you are praying to Parvati aspect of her, be it you are praying to Mahavidya aspect of her, be it you are praying to the ultimate Rajarajeshwari aspect of her. She is everywhere. She is there with you always, because you are not separate from the soul. You are your soul, right? So she is always and always is there with you. She is like the ultimate divine mother who is always within you, with you, for you. Okay, she is the most loving mother. So she made herself available for us in different ways and forms. So it's like we should like I just feel when I think about all these things, and when I'm speaking about all these things, I'm feeling really very grateful. I'm really feeling grateful that how much loving and compassionate she is there for us, like that. I'm feeling like very nice. Okay, whenever I talk about Lalita Tripura Sundari, I feel very nice. I feel very happy. I feel very connected. I don't know why, but yeah, I feel like that. So this is the ultimate, the actual and the deeper essence of the Shodashi Mahavidya. Yes, there are other things also there, like a yantra, mantra, and all those things are there, but this is the core thing which I wanted to talk about, the Shodashi Mahavidya, because in the different there will be so many people who talk about the Mahavidyas and the things about the pujas and all the things about the Mahavidyas, etc. But I want to talk about something different which you have not heard. Like I want to throw light on those things which are like very uncommon. So all the other things which you have to know about her, you will know about those things in other places, or in other somewhere else also. But I want to talk about those things which is the things which is coming from me, from within me, and also which are the things which are very rare, which are rarely spoken about. So I want to highlight those aspects. Basically, I want to highlight about those things, actually what wisdom these goddesses are giving. So what you have to learn from these goddesses, like how, what they are teaching, what is the core basic the core meaning of their origins, and the core meanings of their teachings. I exactly don't know the core meanings of the teachings, but whatever I understood, I am trying to just touch upon those things. What the ultimate functioning, how will be the functioning of those goddesses. So that's why I am talking about something which are very different from the regular conversations about the Mahavidyas and all those things. So now I also want to talk about the Sri Yantra here. Now the Sri Yantra is consisting of different and they are like different diagrams which are there in the Sri Yantra. Like you have Bhupara and all the other things which are there in the Sri Yantra. So they are like a 9 triangles in the Sri Yantra. So 9 triangles. In these 9 triangles, and Sri Yantra is like a Sri Yantra also have a lot of knowledge which will also help us in understanding about the goddess. Why? Is because the yantra is also her. So she have like different, I just told in the beginning that she took different forms, right? So one is Bala form, one is Shodashi form, one is Rajarajeshwari form, one is Lalitha Tripura. She have different forms. So these are like forms of her. So when she decided to take forms, she took forms. So there is also the ultimate supreme god. They don't have any form, so they are like a formless, it is like a formless energy of the universe, multiverse. Basically the formless energy of the multiverse, when for our own understanding it takes a form, it appears in a certain form, so that we can understand and interpret that form, and we can apply and implement, and we can worship that form, so that we ultimately reach more closer towards that ultimate formless. So she have like a different she have like a supreme form of, there is a supreme energy of the multiverse who is the adiparashakti, who is like formless. the formless energy manifested into a form of adiparashakti. And all these forms we think about or we talk about adiparashakti, these are like form energies, formed energies, okay, formed energies. So there is something called as formless energy. So the formless energy is like ultimate. So she have manifested herself in different forms and also in different geometrical representations. Okay, so the geometrical representation of her energy, the formless state took different modes. Okay, so these different modes are like, one is formed mode, okay, where you can see her swarupa, where you can see she is like just like a woman or a female, like that. So this is like a different this is like a formed version, this where you are understanding her in based on a form, based on how she's looking, based on her appearance, and based on that you are getting some kind of idea. Then you have a sound version, the sound version of the supreme energy, or the supreme Paramatma, or the supreme version of the creator is the sound version. The sound version is the mantra version of her. And then you have the yantra version of a supreme energy. The yantra version is the diagrammatic representation. When the sound happens, that sound creates some kind of a geometry, in the universe, and that geometry is nothing but the yantra. So this is same ways, okay, the formed version and sound version and also yantra version. There are three different versions of the ultimate formless ultimate formless creator. Okay, so these different versions, it will be same for all the different Mahavidyas and all the other gods and goddesses also, mostly. Okay, so all the other Mahavidyas, they also have their own yantra version, geometric or diagrammatic representation version, or they have the sound version, mantra version, and also they have the form version. Through all these three modalities, or through all these three modes, we always try to understand them closer and closer and closer. It's like that. So different gods and goddesses, maybe Mahalakshmi, or they are different gods and goddesses, and also different Mahavidyas. They also have their own yantra version, they also have their own mantra version, they also have their own form version. So that form, that iconography of them also gives you certain clues about them, also gives you certain understanding about them, also gives you some idea about what wisdom they are trying to give you, or what they are trying to teach you. So I always use some pictures. I told you in one of my previous videos that don't take the pictures which I am keeping here lightly, because those pictures, that iconography will teach you so many things. So I myself, like whenever I see some like a iconography of god or gods, goddesses, like I get so much of information from there, like why they are holding this weapon, why they are like having this color of a sari, or why they are having this kind of a appearance or something like that. So this is the knowledge about that form. That form is in certain way to teach us some things about that form. So every god or goddess's form, or every Mahavidya's form, is not just like that. There is a specific and there is a proper reason behind why they look a certain way, why they are appearing in certain way, why they have certain kind of a sari, why they have certain kind of a jewelry, or why they have certain kind of a weapon. So next time whenever you see a form of any god and goddesses or Mahavidyas, try to interpret that, because when you try to interpret that, you will get a lot of information and knowledge about your understanding about that god or goddesses. Like that, you will have your own soul evolution which will be happening for you. So this is like a form version. So I told you that every god and goddesses have their own yantra, mantra, and their form. So same, but whenever it comes to Shodashi Mahavidya, the form, these three words, the three modalities are very very popular. So many people, like they already know about the Sri Yantra. Many people already know about the sound version, the mantra version, and many people already know about the form version. So why this knowledge is so particularly given to us, not the other Mahavidyas? They are like hidden, they are very secret. The other Mahavidyas, the knowledge about them also is given, but not in this much of depth. Why? Because this is the Mahavidya who is like a gentler. As I told you before, that she is available for us in every, like for she will meet you in your own level of consciousness. So I told you, like, when you are like, when you don't know anything, you can worship her even in the form of a stone. Okay, even in that form of a stone, she will meet you there. Okay, she is trying, whenever there is a certain high level of consciousness, that consciousness doesn't eliminate certain group, a certain tribe, or does that consciousness doesn't eliminate any type of vibration. That consciousness is available to every vibration and every consciousness, and that consciousness is, by being available to that vibration and that consciousness, she will raise that vibration of that, or that consciousness of that particular individual identity or soul, and she will raise them from that level to the next level. I hope you are trying to understand it. It's a little bit complicated, but when you try to understand it, you will, when you listen to it again and again, or when you experience something like this, or when you go through certain experiences in your own life, you will understand it. So whenever there is an ultimate energy, whenever there is a very supreme energy, that supreme energy always meets all the, even the goddess, she will, even you might have seen that asuras are also there, they are also praying the goddess. Okay, so goddess is available to asuras also, goddess is available to all the energies also, negative energies also, because for her it's all her creation. There is nothing in the universe which is avoided by her, or which is like boycotted by her, because it's nothing like that, because everything is her creation. Everything which you can see, which you can hear, which you can listen, or which you know or which you don't know, all of this is her creation only. So she have to take care of her own creation. So she is available for every part of a creation, whether it be good or bad or whatever it is, it doesn't matter. For our realm, we think that okay, this is good or this is bad, or etc etc etc, but for her it's just her leela, it's her play, it's her creation, it's her drama which she creates, and where she allows us to play in that drama, or which she allows us to take part in that drama. So it's like that. So suppose think of her like she's the director, and she's creating a movie, and she's including all the actors and actresses, hero, heroine, villain, etc etc, all the people, side actors, all those people. And now she's after finishing the entire movie, she's just sitting back and she's just watching the movie, enjoying what we are doing. Okay, she's like that. She's that ultimate who is the creator and who has created everything. She has created the drama, and she's allowing us to play. And sometimes she is also involved if she wants, and if she likes, she is also involved in the drama. And that drama, when she involves in that drama, it is called as divine intervention. Okay, so it's like that. So now the yantra version of her is like many people they talk about the yantra version of her and all these things. So in the yantra version of her, there are like 9 triangles. In these 9 triangles, how I understood about these 9 triangles is because they are like some personal experiences which happened to me. So maybe I'll talk about that in some other video, or maybe when my own consciousness rises to that level where I can actually understand more about these things in depth, then I'll talk about that. But then there are 9 triangles in that, right? So the 4 triangles which are above is like 4 types of consciousnesses. And I think there is maybe Sanskrit words which might be there for these 4 types of consciousnesses, but I don't know exactly now like what are those actual words, for Sanskrit words for these 4 types of consciousnesses. For my understanding, how I understood is like your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, your unconscious mind, and your superconscious mind. These are like 4 types of consciousnesses which are represented in the upper triangle, which is called as a Shiva Tattva. And then there is a 5 other triangles which is like a 5 elements. So irrespective of how other people are talking about the Sri Yantra, irrespective of what people are saying about the Sri Yantra, I always depend on my own soul knowledge, or the knowledge which the Divine Mother gives me, or the knowledge which is coming from my own self within me, which is coming from the Divine Mother, which has I told you that Divine Mother is within us only. She is not separate from us. So whatever I understand, how I understood, I represented the same way to you also. So I understood it that way, that it is like 4 types of consciousnesses, and then we have 5 elements, 5 Panchabhutas. So 5 Panchabhutas and 5 is mixed with these 4 consciousnesses, and then she's ready for the divine play. So it's like that. Now I want to end the video here only, because I gave the basic things about mainly I want to give the most important thing I want to talk about the what kind of a wisdom she is giving. So I think for this video I have made just that, what kind of a wisdom she is giving, how she is teaching us. So that purpose is served. So all the other things about her I'll talk about in some separate video, because whatever the wisdom part of it, what she is giving us, that was my main focus. So that main thing I've talked about in this one. So I think here I can stop. So whatever the other things which are associated with her, maybe you can ask me in the comment section below. If I know it, I'll make a video. Or the other things which if I have to talk about something else about her, then I'll talk about that in some separate videos, because it will be like a very, Sri Vidya is like a vast ocean. It's like a huge cosmic library. It's like a knowledge about the multiverse. Like in one video you can't talk so much about her. It's not possible, so it will take so many videos. Okay, so I'm trying my level best. I have already made so many videos about goddess Lalitha Tripurasundari. If you are interested, you can listen to all those videos. And also I made one video where I talk about the main important point which I forgot about to talk about the Shodashi Mahavidyas. Shodashi Mahavidya is also associated with the 16 kalas of the moon. That is why she is Shodashi. Shodashi means 16 number, 16 digit. So this 16 kalas of moon is possessed, or is the, she is the embodiment of those 16 kalas, and the 16th kala is the Shodashi. 16th kala is the Shodashi Mahavidya, or she is the Lalitha Tripurasundari. We have 15 other kalas, and all these 15 kalas also have a different type goddesses associated with these kalas. So one kala is represented by one goddess. So all these goddesses all are like a 16 Nitya Devatas. We call them as 16 Nitya Devatas. So I have made a video about the 16 Nitya Devatas also. You can listen to that. So you can have a basic idea about these 16 Nitya Devatas. Who are these 16 Nitya Devatas? So these combination of all these 16 Nitya Devatas and the combination of all the teachings which they gave is also included in the wisdom teachings of the Shodashi Mahavidya. So these 16 Nitya Devatas, in the name only it is there, Nitya Devatas. So they are like a Tithi Nitya Devatas. So we have like a 15 Tithis in entire month. So these 15 Tithis is associated with the 15 Nitya Devatas, and the ultimate Tithi, which is unknown Tithi, the secretive Tithi, that Tithi is the 16th Tithi, that is the Lalitha Tripurasundari, that is the Shodashi Mahavidya, that is the Shodashi herself, the 16th Tithi. So this Tithi is secretive Tithi. This Tithi is like a, is not there, only there are 15 tithis, but the tithi which is not which is in the unmanifest form, or the tithi which is very secretive, that is the 16th tithi, that is the who is called as the Shodashi. So you can listen to the Tithi Nitya Devata video, and also I have made one video about the different prakaras. So they are different types of in the Sri Yantra, they are different avarnas. Okay, in each avarna is made up of different types of metals. So in Sri Yantra itself, they are different. It is made up of different type of metals. There are like so many cities which are made up of different types of metals, and there are so many cities which are made up of different types of jewels, jewelries, or the crystals, etc, etc, etc. And there are different types of gods and goddesses who also live in that different prakaras and or avanas in the Sri Yantra. So I have made one video about that metals also. You can check that out. Okay, so this is the basic thing, or the most important thing. The basic thing actually they happen to be the most important thing sometimes. So this is the main important things which I wanted to talk about the Shodashi Mahavidya. So I'll end here, and then in future if I feel like talking about anything else, or if I myself understand something more about the Shodashi Mahavidya or the Lalitha Tripurasundari, I'll talk about in the future videos. So till then, thank you so much for tuning in. Sri Rama Raksha Sarva Jagat Raksha. Sri Matre Namaha.